Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video. Tiki here, and hopefully I can earn your sub today. Here's hoping that your day is great and your week is better. It's been off lately. Hopefully things get better. Now, let's talk anime. In the last episode of Chainsaw Man, we left off with Denji and HImeno's apartment. How he got there? Well, Himeno carried Denji back after his first puke kiss and after drinking a little bit. Must have been without him knowing, because Denji awakes in the middle of the night with Himeno on top of the slab, taking a sip of beer to shotgun into Denji's mouth. Call it shotgunning because a girl I was dating at one point called it this, so I'm gonna steal it for this. Here's where I got a bit confused and a bit pissed off. Let me explain why. Denji informs us as the audience that he was drinking tea. After the puke kiss from Himeno, Denji is now vomiting himself, which is purging everything from his stomach. If there was alcohol left in his stomach, it now would have been purged, not automatically absorbed into his bloodstream. The story shows Denji lying on his back at the restaurant with water in his hand, still coherent enough that he can wait outside for Makima to get back from the store for some anti-nausea medicine. He somehow went from being able to have a full conversation with zero signs of being drunk or blacked out, but we see him passed out while being taken away by Himeno and waking up drunk in Himeno's bed. From my experience of being blackout drunk, you can have moments of lucidity where you find yourself being able to have small talk and being conscious of what's going on, but it only lasts a minute or two. Even in this state, you still don't make too much sense, and when you wake up, a lot of those moments that you can recall, you're still wondering what was said or even what happened. For Denji's first time being drunk, no way he would have these moments. The kid would have been slumped over and no way could he walk, as we see with Himeno carrying him away. Not only that, but Denji would be out like a light. He would have slept through the afternoon and woke up with a giant headache. Not only that, but the way Himeno finds the cola chupa chups through his zipper, how did she grab that out of his pocket? Is there a hole in it? If there is, why didn't the chupa fall down his pant leg? That's what happens to me if I have a hole in my pocket. I felt cheated out of Denji either going through with his decision to sleep with Himeno, or Denji stopping himself and explaining to Himeno that even though he would love to be shown a whole new world, that Makima is going to be the one that he saves himself for. That would have been more interesting to see. It doesn't feel like a cop-out. Okay, now that I got that off my chest, Denji and Himeno wake up and discuss last night's events and clear up if they had slept together, because only now does she care that she could face charges. They decided to become friends and help each other land the love of their life. This sets up a nice thought that we could see Himeno happy and with Hayakawa, and Denji could have a better chance with Makima. This feeling of optimism doesn't last long for us. We find ourselves on the train to Kyoto with Makima and a person who I assume is her assistant, with their guard completely down. Makima and her assistant are assassinated on that train. The assassination was the first of many to come after it. Everyone who was in that restaurant are now a target, even the rookies, who end up attacked by a sweet old lady. I'm not sure if Koenbi and Arai have a feeling that the old lady is sad, or if the old lady makes them nervous, but they are sweating up a storm. Immediately after, Denji, Power, Hayakawa, and Himeno sat down to eat lunch, but the old boss that Denji worked for has a son who is dead set on vengeance, and the price for Denji's heart makes it that much sweeter. Before Denji could act, the man fires around it to Denji's frontal lobe and drops him. Power and Hayakawa try to react as fast as they can. Hayakawa used Kon to end this matter quickly, but Hayakawa couldn't anticipate that he was neither devil nor man, just like Denji. Himeno was injured as well, but could still fight in some way. Hayakawa asked Power to stop the bleeding, but Himeno's injuries are just too great. Power could not stop the bleeding enough to help Himeno. Hayakawa even tried his cursed nail, which takes years off his life. However, even the strongest ability that Hayakawa has was no match for the swordsman devil, especially with his handler nearby and assisting him. Watching this, Himeno knew the only way was to give all of herself, mind, body, and spirit to her contracted devil in hopes that she may gain the power to stop the swordsman devil before it was too late. Seeing Himeno's sacrifice and her story come to such a tragic end like that made me so sad. I can no longer root for her to have a happy life, and yes, I did know that she would have to die at some point, but this is another character that when they die, it feels like they die too soon. It's a great example of good character development. Seeing her gone made me sad, and sad for Hayakawa. This episode was full of mixed emotions, from pissing me off to being happy that Denji and Himeno were going to play matchmaker. Not sure why I cared about that, but I'll chalk it up to the writers playing at my heartstrings. To feeling mournful and immensely sad watching Himeno make such a sacrifice and her last words being so bittersweet. To then feeling pumped and shocked towards the fight and the assassination of Denji, Makima, and the team. With all that has happened, we now have so many questions. How will Denji and Makima recover from a headshot? Will this shed light onto who Makima truly is? Are Koenbi and Arai still alive after the grandma assassin? Who is the handler, and who granted the swordsman devil his powers? Can the handler decide who gets what powers? Is the gun devil close since all the enemies were using guns, or can the devil be sending them out via gang or someone who has a distribution network? We'll have to find out in the next episode of Chainsaw Man. If you made it to the end of this video, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much, best friend.
It means a lot to me, truly. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and a sub. Most importantly, please be safe. Please drink some water and know your love. And we'll talk anime in the next one. Later.